she's just an incredible young lady that has helped us week after week after week to make sure we understand how to leverage this tool, which is designed to create duplication, which equals success. And she has been a top veteran in this industry of networking. She's been a top ranking rep with one network marketing company for more than 33 years. And she understands this space of being new and how to wanting to manage and grow your business, to the point that she found the tool of Rapid Funnel and she aligned herself with the CEO. And now she is with Rapid Funnel, helping people like you and I to master this tool. And so I want to introduce the lady that's really been paving the way and helping us so much here as part of the team with AdCost Metals, Jen Harrigan. Jen, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Antoine. And thank you to all of you guys for showing up. Hats off to you. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here and excited and eager to learn, because you got something really special in store for you, because your leadership rocks. You are really in the right place at the right time. And as Antoine said, I've been in the industry for over 33 years. So I don't know that young lady is the adjective you should be using for me, but that's okay. I'll take it. And I am super excited to be aligned with this app, because I had challenges with finding a resource. And when I met Patrick, who you're about to hear from, what excited me the most is that he's, there's always that he's an expert in the industry kind of stuff that goes around, but he's done it. He's done the deal. He's built a huge team that is still going strong. And then what he decided to do was really put his money where his mouth is and turn around and put his time and his energy and his mind into creating a tool that would not only serve his team, but also serve the greater industry. And he's brought that team to that tool to the market, and has spent the last over 10 years now really refining it. And the big thing about it that gets me excited is, aside from it being an answer to a lot of challenges that I faced in the space, he believes in the dream. He believes in each one of you and your ability to succeed here. And I know a lot of people pay lip service to that, but he really puts a lot into actually creating something that will make that happen for you. If you'll do the work, you've got the tool right here, and you're already aligned with tremendous leadership and a great company. So, it's like the three-legged stool. You've got the company and the product and leadership. You've got the tool. Now you're the third leg. You got to do the work for sure. But you're going to be excited when you see what Patrick is offering you right now for your group. I'm over the top. So without any further ado, I am going to hand over the reins to Patrick Shaw, who is the CEO of Rapid Funnel, and he's going to tell you what's new for you guys at Advancement Navigator. It's exciting.
Yay. It is exciting, Jen. And it's great to be with everybody. And listen, you probably have a favorite car. Maybe that's a Ferrari or a Porsche, or I don't know what it is, but here's what I do know is, without gas and a decent driver, you can't really get the car to perform. So here's a shout out to Antoine and Dawn and Steffi and Jen and all the other people that have been part of building out Advancement Navigator, because we can build the greatest tech in the world, but you need people who are going to load it full of content that is awesome and teach you how to use it. So a shout out to a bunch of folks. You're going to see something today that is crazy exciting. You want to build your business and you want to make it easier for you to talk to qualified prospects and to help the brand new person on your team to succeed. Well, you've got it today. We're going to talk about that very thing. Keep in mind that when you do this isn't just about you generating leads. We're going to talk about this, but also when people get started in your business, they're not just asking themselves, do I believe in the company, the product, the comp plan? Do I think Antoine's a nice guy? They are literally asking themselves, do I believe I can do this? And 90% of the training that you do, right, is how you got them started. There's the other part that you got to slow down and onboard them and do all that. And you should do an incredible job of that. But the way you got them started, and I want you to think about that as I show you some of these tools, they're going to look at you and go, oh man. And at first, some of them are going to be like, because of what I'm showing you today, some of those people are going to be like, oh, I can't do this because I can't build all that stuff that you're doing. You're doing all this fancy stuff. This is way too cool. You got all these great tools. I can't do all that. And then when you show them in literally 2 minutes, they can download the Advancement Navigator app and it's all pre-built for them. They're going to change that tune. They're going to be like, wow, not only can I do this, but I want to do this. This makes sense to me. All right. So keep that in mind. Part of creating an incredible organization is having systems. And part of the challenge with that today is it has become difficult in this digital world because people aren't digital experts. They're not influencers. The average person, you might be, but the average person isn't. So listen, let me connect the dots here. So you guys should know, if you're on this call already, that we are talking about the Advancement Navigator app. And Steffi, if you want to throw a link in the chat, just in case there's anybody that has not downloaded the app yet, if you want to throw the link in the chat that they can do that, it's an incredibly simple process. You can download the app on Android or iPhone, and within 3, 4, 5 minutes, you can have everything loaded into the app. That everything I'm going to show you is already there. It's all pre-built. You're going to see me show you some stuff, and you may be like, well, how do I get that? And what do I have to do? And you don't have to do anything except download the app. Now, I will tell you what I'm going to show you specifically today is part of the pro version. Okay. So we give you tons of stuff in the free version of the platform, but there are a few things that your team has spent time and money and resources on, and those have to be offset, but you're not going to have to pay hundreds of dollars, right? You've got it access to it incredibly inexpensively. But let's go straight to the app, okay? And you guys already know that your contacts are right here and your resources are right here. Now, your goal is to put as many contacts as you can, and then get them different resources that are in the resource section as often and as consistently as you can to follow up with people. These contacts is get them these resources and then get the data tracking so you know who you should be following up with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop over to resources and show you guys everything that's at cost metals. You've got these 11 steps. Now, remember, you don't have to do every single step, right? But get permission, step 1, is a great place to start. You might use the secrets page. You might use surveys. You're probably not going to use secrets and the survey, right? But everything is designed in a flow here so you can start at the top and move through the process. Now, it's very possible in these 11 steps, you might go through 7 of the steps and then get somebody started. But isn't that nice that Antoine and Dawn have thought all this stuff out? They have been doing this for a while, especially Antoine. He knows all these different steps. So he's built all these steps in for you. All you have to do is start at the top. So check this out. I'm going to go here and I put myself in as a prospect. You can see I'm a 5-star prospect. You got to think fondly of yourself, and I'm a really nice guy. And the person in this app, the person in the app, his name is actually Joe, right? So it's a demo app. Joe is in the app here, and he's going to send something to his prospect, Patrick. So what do? I go to send resources, and I go to at cost metals, and I've got these steps to work with. And I'm just reminding you guys, before I show you what we call a lead magnet page or a free secrets page, and we call it a free secrets page because it's giving away free secrets to people who are interested in metals, okay? But what do I do first? I go here to get permission, step 1, and I have a bunch of different conversation starters that I can share with somebody. to get this conversation going. And Antoine, if you wouldn't mind, we may not have put it in here yet, but if I wanted to send somebody the free secrets page, what might be one of the best resources for me, one of the best conversation starters for me to send? Do we have one that's specifically built for that secrets page yet?
Not yet,
Okay.
but I believe the top one is still not bad. Some
Okay,
information
let's
about
check it out.
gold and silver. I'm sorry, not the Zoom. Let's see.
Okay, this is perfect. So check this out, right? And you can literally use this one. We'll probably label one. So if you want to use this free secrets page, which I'm going to show you in a second, we might have one in here just for that. But look, I can go to this one. It's just perfect for this. The conversation opener. I'm reaching out to somebody on the conversation opener. Let me make sure I'm doing this. Ooh, am I correct on that? Nope. Okay. Sorry. I should have checked this first. This is my fault. Let me change that. Get permission, conversation opener, not on the opportunity, but on the product. What would be a good one? Here it is. Okay. So check this out. I want to do a conversation opener. Okay. Right here, curious. Now, if I click on this blue link, it'll tell me what this conversation opener is. And I'm sending this to my prospect, Patrick. Are you curious about gold and silver? I've learned some school stuff and would love to share. What say you? Joe. Now, guys, if you don't like it, you can adjust it a little bit, but I'm going to send this and I'm going to text this to Patrick and boom, I send it right over. And it says, Patrick, are you curious about gold and silver? I'll learn some cool stuff and would love to share. What you say. Now, what say you? Now, if you say, well, I wouldn't say that exactly, just adjust it a little and hit send. It's no big deal, right? But you've got this perfect opener, and I send this to somebody with a question mark. Now, of course, you want them to respond back. And when they respond back with a question mark, and because I'm texting myself, I'm going to get a duplicate of everything. You get the idea. But boom, they say yes, sure, send it over. I send a question mark to say, hey, did you see that? And they say yes, and boom, now I know I can send it. So what do I do now? I go right back to get permit. I go right back to step 2, and this is what I want to show you guys. This is what gets crazy. The team has built out this page, key secrets to acquiring gold and silver. Now, I'm going to go and send this to myself, and I'm going to click. Remember, I can send this any method I want, email, text, or social. So I'm going to go send this to myself, and I'm going to send this to Patrick via email. It's very simple. Boom, I click email, my email pops up, I hit send. We're all good to go. Now, Patrick has this information. So I'm going to stop this screen share, and I'm going to pull up my email, and I'm going to click on that link because I just received the information from Patrick, okay? And this is what it looks like. If I go straight to my email, right? It says, are you right for investing in precious metals? Take a quick look. I click on this resource, and this is what pops up, guys. Now, this page, this digital marketing page, if you wanted to have this built by a digital marketer, I can safely tell you it would cost you $5,000. And you may be, oh, no, I could do that for less. I could build. Okay, just bear with me a second. I need you to have a CRM. So anybody that fills out this page, the contacts come directly to you and you get notified real time and nobody else gets this data. I also need the data from this to drop into an email campaign that has been pre-written for you, and you get notified every time a prospect clicks on any link in the email campaign. Okay? So I also In addition to all that, when the prospect fills out this information, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it out just like I were the prospect, right? And the prospect fills this information out. Now, remember, this is your picture. It's your statement here. All your social feeds are down here, your email, your phone number, and the person wants to know the 4 key secrets you must know. Why should I buy precious metals? How can gold and silver outpace inflation? Why choose tangible or precious metals over ETFs? And how to maximize bullion value. Boom, I click on get the free secrets. No credit card required, etc. When the prospect clicks on that link and completes this page, they're going to go to the second page of this document. And this is where there's a series of steps. Step number 1 is, how can I get gold and silver to outpace inflation? I'm going to get the 4 secrets that were promised to me, and everybody can watch this video. Dawn, should we take a minute, or Antoine, should we watch this? Or
Sure, they haven't seen
I
it
would
yet.
say yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Let's do that then. Now, remember, this is all, guys, you're going to know when your prospect clicks the video. The app is going to notify you. You're going to know how many minutes they watch it. Would you rather follow up with a hot prospect or somebody that's watched nothing? Well, a hot prospect, but how do you know? Well, you don't until now. All of this is built in. Let's watch this video together.
Here are the 4 key secrets about accumulating gold and silver. Secret number 1, why should I buy precious metals? In today's volatile economic climate, safeguarding your wealth is more critical than ever. Precious metals, like gold and silver, have stood the test of time as reliable sources of value. Unlike paper currencies that devalue over time, precious metals maintain their intrinsic worth, protecting your purchasing power against inflation and economic instability. By acquiring gold and silver, you're not just preserving wealth, you're ensuring financial security for yourself and your loved ones. Secret number 2, how can I get gold and silver to outpace inflation? Inflation erodes your savings, but gold and silver offer a powerful hedge against this economic threat. Over the last 100 years, gold has increased in value by over 5,000%, while silver has risen approximately 3,700%. In contrast, the US dollar has lost over 96% of its purchasing power in the same period. By consistently accumulating these precious metals, you can maintain and even increase your purchasing power over time. Secret number 3, why should I buy tangible precious metals versus ETFs? When you buy tangible precious metals, you're securing a physical asset that you can hold in your hands, unlike ETFs, which are subject to market volatility and counterparty risk. Physical gold and silver offer true ownership and control. In the event of a major issue or crisis that disrupts digital access, having physical precious metals in hand ensures you maintain access to your wealth. Secret number 4, how to get more out of bullion than just meltdown value. Maximizing the value of your bullion goes beyond its meltdown price. Strategic pricing of high demand bullion, coins, and bars can yield significant premiums over time. Additionally, leveraging buyback programs ensures you receive competitive rates, preserving your investment value. Ready to take the next step? Take our quick survey below to see if you are a good candidate for acquiring precious metals. Here are the 4 key secrets about accumulating gold and silver. Secret number 1.
Whoops, unmute myself. So you guys can see, looking at that page.
Why should I buy precious metals?
Doing a really good job navigating that. Okay, so now the person comes to step 2. They've watched that video, which is awesome. Right? I mean, guys, it's so clear and it matches the first page. Just fantastic job, team. That was unbelievable. And now I go here and I go, okay, well, I want to take a pre-qualifying survey. I click on the survey and I can answer some very simple questions. Now, if somebody tells you, what do you think the most important, think is most important when purchasing gold or silver? Would it be beneficial if you knew they thought it was the market? When markets get shaky, which precious metals do you prefer? Do they have a perspective on this? Or, is it just gold? Protecting your treasure is key. What type of vault are you currently using? I'd like to know. Now, these answers are going to come directly to you in the app in the notes section. Now, guys, when you have you can post this, by the way, you can post this digital page directly to social media, right? You can post it and send it directly to an individual person. If I send this page to a person, automatically their name, phone number, email, etc., are in the box. So they're very comfortable getting the secrets because they know you already have their information. If you post it to social, we have many of these pages, and we're going to know very quickly, and we'll be able to improve the page over time. But I suspect that we're going to see, and this is what we see across the board, right? Every time that you send this page via social or one-on-one, you're going to see more than 40% of the people filling out this page. Now, you may go, wow, that's kind of a high number. The worst producing page we have is 30%, and we've created 60 some of these. And you might go, well, what is that? Well, that's for funerals. You're buying a funeral policy. Like, we get 30% to fill them out in that space. You guys are going to do way better than that. And we're going to keep improving the quality of the page. And if you don't get the person, so to speak, in the wash, you're going to get them in the rinse because they dropped into an email campaign. In a year from now, listen, most people, I'll tell you a quick story, Antoine. It's kind of off the subject, but I mean, it's on the subject, I suppose. My wife's father just passed away. He reached almost 100 years old, and he had been buying gold, precious metals for more than 50 years, I think. And he had 3 children, and he passed away, and they sold some of that money, and it was hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Not because of what he paid when he bought it, but because of the accumulated value.
Wow.
Right? And I tell you, listen, as a receiver, as a beneficiary, we have a wall I had my son built. It was just a cute way to acknowledge him. And it's a brick wall. And we used some of the money, and we thought it was kind of cool, and we called it Papa's Wall, right? Because it was a gift from him that he passed on. A lot more than that wall cost, I assure you. But it was just a nice way to commemorate the fact he was always looking out for his family. And he never spent any of it. He wanted to pass it along. I thought it was just a cool thing as I talk about this. And that happened just a few months back. And I can't help but think about it. Like, what a gift people pass along. So anyway, guys, this page is completely built out for you guys. Now, you get their name, their phone number, their email. They answer a bunch of questions. They drop into an email campaign. A year from now, the right person becomes the right time. Everybody is affected by inflation. My wife was we were talking about selling a property, and she's like, well, we could get like 4% on our money. I'm like, you understand, 4% on your money is moving backwards because inflation, right, is going faster than that. That means every dollar that I get 4% on, I am losing money. Isn't that crazy? Right. And you saw, I was impressed. I'm watching that video and I'm like, it's sitting there making me think, man, that is crazy. And it's not going away. Right. You can't print gold. There's a cost to get it out of the earth. Right. That's a protection mechanism. Today, our government can just print as much money as they want. All right. So I'll get off track. You don't need me to do that. Look, these pages rock. Are you guys excited? Type in the chat window. Give us a shout out. They will show up for all the pro users. I think you guys are getting an idea of the value that your team just created for you. It literally, between an email campaign, a CRM, you'd have to pay for SurveyMonkey. You'd have to get SurveyMonkey to talk to an email platform, to talk to ClickFunnels, to get a digital marketer, to get a video created for you, right? That whole video presentation created for you, where you own it and you have proprietary rights because all the data comes back to you, right? What would that cost you guys? You getting it a little bit, and it's all built for you. And the app, I always forget. I know you guys have a discounted rate. What is it? How much is it per month on the pro version?
It's $24.95 per month.
That's ridiculous, right? $24.95 a month, and your app's month to month. Is no contract, month to month, right? The team is creating enormous value for you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to see if there's any questions. Give, shout out to you, Dawn, Antoine, the whole team. Anything you guys want to add that I might have missed here?
Couple things. Let me jump in real quick. And I just want to say, I want to thank the Rapid Funnel team, Jen, the staff, the tech, you, for everything that you are doing in bringing more value. And I'll be very, very honest with you. I looked at creating a system before I was introduced to Rapid Funnel and the Advancement Navigator. And I was priced well over $200 a month. And I didn't have half of the tools and the value that Rapid Funnel is giving. And I remember Dawn saying, Antoine, there's this tool we've got, And I had told her I was looking to build all this out. And when I looked at what was available for free, I was blown away. For free. And then I tried the free version for a couple of weeks, and I was like, this is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. And I was like, I paid for the year up front, right up front, because I understand the value, and I'm a businessman, and I know that's tax deductible to me, and I'm here to build a business. This is not a hobby for me. I don't just play with this business. And we know that there are going to be people who will treat this as a hobby, will pay you as a hobby, but there are also people who are looking for a real tool to build a real business. And thanks to the Rapid Funnel team, thank you so much, Dawn, for you bringing this together, putting all the content. You said it earlier. Everything is, you have to have the content. It's more than just the system. And Don has done a fantastic job with the team in putting the content together. So it makes it easy for us to go, okay, push, click, send, push, click, send. And we got a database that we're collecting and building. So thank you so very much. I appreciate that.
Well, the team appreciates it too, Antoine. There's all kind of fire in this chat going on. Everybody's pretty excited. So it's fun to deliver this stuff because I know how hard, and you know how hard it is, to build this stuff out yourself. And then you're not focused on what? Telling the story. That's where we get paid, is telling the story. But if we can tell it more often, more effectively, to more qualified people, know who to follow up with, it becomes a game changer. And so, guys, the most important thing is get this resource. And yes, if you have the pro version, it's already in your app. If you don't have the pro, you're going to see it grayed out. You won't be able to use it. All you have to do is hit the upgrade button. It's $24.95. You can download the app. It'll activate this resource, and you can go crazy and go generate. I mean, what is one qualified lead worth? What is one person who says, I'm in, I want to go invest $200 a month in metals? What is that worth?
We get a referral bonus for the smallest membership. We get $30. So just one person that you sign up is going to cover the cost of it.
That's awesome. And guys, this is your page. I want to mention this too. You can create videos and you can put them on different platforms, but you've got to understand, I mentioned this before, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, none of them are free. None. They take your communication with your prospects and they sell advertising to your competitor. And you all know there's lots of competitors in the precious metal space. And what YouTube does right away in your private messaging, right, is they know what the conversations are and they have the right to it. You signed that away. When you use this form, nobody has access to that data except you. You are the only one. And now when you're text messaging them personally, that's a private channel. When you generate a lead with this page, and you can take this URL, I want you to understand this. If I go to the screen share here, right? This page, it's your page. I mean, this one's not your page, but you have one in your app. Everybody's link is different. This link is your link. So you can use this link anywhere you want. And anybody that fills out this page, Antoine doesn't get this data. He doesn't see who your prospects are, names, phone numbers, emails. This is yours. And so you just need to understand the game you're in the social world, right? And our goal is to use Facebook, use YouTube, use whatever, get them into a private channel. Don't let them use you. And the longer you leave the data there, the more you're getting used by it. Okay. Great
That is
stuff.
so important too, but Patrick, because it allows us to control that prospect with the content that they see. If you just load it on YouTube and send them to YouTube, at the end of that video, they're going to see all kind of stuff, including competitors' information and everything. So leveraging the tool, we control that. They see what we want them to see only.
And guys, if we do what we think you're going to do with it, we can build opportunity pages as well, right? Versus focusing on just the product side. There's so many ways to go here, but it begins here, right? There's a lot of people out there looking for an opportunity and would love to be in a space like this, and they just don't know that it even exists or how to get and how to start a business in the precious metals space. So there's a lot of stuff we can do with this, but we need to prove this one out, and you guys go get traction. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mr. Shaw. How are you, sir?
Awesome.
Thank
Got
you
something
so
to
much.
share?
I do. I just wanted to let you know that we'll reserve a spot for you at our convention, October 4th and 5th. If you would like to speak to all the attendees that weekend. What part of the country are you located?
I'm in Denver, Colorado.
Okay, not too bad. One airport to the next, right there.
Justin is our CEO. He
Oh,
just
well, that's
popped in.
awesome. Well, what an honor to have you on the call today. That's
Well, thank
pretty
you.
exciting.
Thank you for your system.
Yeah. No, I think these guys are going to rock it. It's great to have you on. And yeah, I mean, there's other pages too. As I just mentioned, you heard that, like the opportunity side is such a great opportunity. And there are people looking, anyway, a lot of fun we can have with that. Thanks for sharing. What'd you think of the page?
It's beautiful.
Awesome.
Exactly what we need.
Fantastic. All right. Anybody with questions, type them in the chat window, or you can open your line, and then I'll turn it over to Antoine, Dawn, you guys, and Justin. And I've done my part here, but I'll answer any questions if they have them real quick.
Fantastic. And you guys can raise your hand so we could unmute you. And I just wanted to say, I learned about Rapid Funnel back in like 2017, and it helped me close over 100 direct enrollments, and I just fell in love with it, and I have been using it since. And when I came aboard on AdvNav Metals, I knew we were launching. JD's got to focus on the stuff that JD's got to focus on. The field has to come up with solutions themselves. And so I said, this is prime. This is perfect for AdvNav Metals. And so we built it out. Antoine saw the light. He was like, yes, let's do this. And then we have this fantastic team with Jen and Steffi and Patrick to help us every step of the way. We've got support. That's what's really, really cool. So if you are a leader that is not technically savvy, don't fret. We've got the support team that can do all that. You just get your team on our Funnel Friday training, and we'll get them inspired. We'll get them motivated. We'll help them past any obstacles, and we'll get them running with this.
That's
Okay, let's
awesome,
see.
Don. We'll throw it to Danielle. We'll just take a couple questions here. Danielle, go ahead. I've asked you to mute, or working with Miguel. Either one of you can jump in here.
Hey everybody, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hold on, let me do this real quick. All right. So my question is, how does the referral program work for the Going Pro?
No referral program. Yeah. Guys, this is a tool for you guys to build the business. I assure you that there's a lot more investment than has come back. And this is a tool for you guys to build. That's not something we do at Rapid Funnel. We make sure that for every pro user, we're funding about 4 or 5 free users. How do we at Rapid Funnel offset that cost? We do it by the pro users. Our sole goal is to help you guys grow the business. So we're not a opportunity to generate extra income or any of that kind of stuff. We are going to be a tool to help you guys crush it. So I hope that makes sense. That's my goal. When I go to leaders, I don't go to the leaders and go, oh, this is a way for you guys to grow a business, right? That's our focus. I hope that makes sense. Thanks for the question. Danielle, can we throw it to you?
Hi, this is actually Brian. How are you guys today?
Hey, Brian. Great.
I'm developing my own personal website hub. So can I link this capture page into the website hub, into my own personal website to take people through that? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, you can. That's absolutely fine. You can not only do that, but the other thing that you can do as well is you can go to your digital business card that is inside of your app. And just because I think this is kind of interesting, you might find it interesting. You can go to your digital business card, which, as you know, has a QR code built into it. You can post that QR code anywhere. And in this digital business card, you can have up to 10 personalized links, and you can send them wherever you want. So the hub site that you're building personally, you might want to title it and put it inside your digital business card. And then, of course, inside of that hub link, you can also have the free secrets page that's been built for you. So you might use that. You might want to use this with what you're building outside of this as well. Make sense? Hope so. Okay, I'll go with that. All right, Anton, I think that's great. I'm excited to see everybody's enthusiasm. I know you guys are going to crush it. It's going to be a lot of fun to come back and literally the next 10, 20 days and show you guys the effectiveness. I already know it's going to be incredible. And I cannot emphasize to you enough, you guys have this campaign. I don't even know that that's currently happening. Does the free secret drop into the campaign, Dawn?
Yes, my understanding is that they are joining the email campaign that is generic to our precious metals.
Okay.
So they're going to get sprinkled on as well.
So guys, what happens in an email campaign is those emails come from you to the prospect. There's the majority of people, the timing's not right. But if I run into somebody and I talk to them about precious metals, which the cool thing about it is, you're never going to run into a person that goes, gold is stupid. It's been around thousands of years, buddy. You're stupid. Really? That's not debatable. All they need is a little bit more information, and they need to understand how to purchase. And sooner or later, they'll have some spare money. The timing will be right. Something will happen. When you have them in a product campaign, 6 months from now, you may not remember their name. You may not remember where you met them. But when I am communicating one-on-one in a very personal fashion, and my friend JD gets an email who I prospected, and it says, hey, JD, just thinking about you, came across this article, this video about the power of gold over the long haul. And it's just a friendly reminder. And all of a sudden, the app tells me that JD watched that video, and he becomes intrigued. And then he watches 2 more of the videos that I sent him. And all of a sudden, the hot prospect algorithm in the app says JD became a hot prospect. And now I text message him from my phone, and he goes, man, that's so crazy. I was just watching 3 of your videos. What a coincidence, JD. You can tell him later how it works. But do you guys understand? Like, all of a sudden, and now if you're using this free secrets page and you drop 300 people into an email campaign that goes for the next 2 years, how many of those people are going to raise their hand and become a hot prospect? And we know the opt-in rate, the open rate, the play rate, the engagement rate, you understand that so we can improve the campaign. And now we get the best of 2 worlds, the digital world, which is not the network marketing world. It tries to mess us up because it wasn't built for us. And we have the network marketing world. Now, all of a sudden, you have tech that is 100% built for the relationship, authenticity, person to person, right? Our fundamentals. You got to get through this digital noise, right? That's the power of, I was just talking to a cell phone provider in network marketing in South Africa. And I was telling them, I've been with Verizon for 20 years. I don't particularly like Verizon. They charge me too much, blah, 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 blah. But if I had a close friend, one of my close friends that called me and just said, hey, I can get you better service cheaper. Are you interested? I'd be like, yeah, sure. That's the power of a relationship. And you guys, every person that gets recruited in your organization, if you're smart, you will tap into their network. Those are your leads. Now, technically, they're not your leads, but if Antoine recruits me or I get recruited on Antoine's team 10 levels deep, and he sees that I make 20 or 30 exposures my first week or two, the very first thing he's probably going to do is he's going to call me because I have this warm market. I can tap into it. And if he can help me get paid and I can serve the people in my warm market, Antoine gets an override. That's the beauty of this model. And now he's got all the tools to help me win. You guys follow me? That's the power of networking, is we all have relationships. And when we can cut through this digital noise and we can find out who's interested, who's raising their hand, it becomes a game changer.
One thing I want to add, Troy, that I think it's also very unique with the system is if you can go back and share the app where it shows the personal, you could do a personal video introduction. And I'm going to do that. I've got a videographer I'm coming up, and I'm doing just a special video, just kind of sharing my story on why precious metals for me and how I've saved money as a customer, that I can also send to my prospects, leveraging the system. Yeah, right there on personal. I can create my video, send it on, and send my personal video out. It lets me know when they viewed the video. All of this is all done through the system. Then I can plug them into the campaign. This is incredible. That's why when Don showed this to me months ago, I stopped doing what I was doing, which was building a system, which was costing me far more than what this was even giving a free user for free. And then after I used it for 2 weeks for free, I was like, oh no, I want all the analytics. I want all the bells and whistles, everything, and I get to write it off. So I think it was what, $250 for the year, Don, or $240 for the year, something like that. I just paid for the year.
You got 2 months for free.
Yeah, exactly. I made a business decision. I want to leverage this for my business, and that's what I've been doing. And then I've even ran contests for people leveraging the system, just something that I did. The company didn't do the contest. I did my own contest with the people who were just using the system, whether they were on my team or not on my team. I just wanted people to get familiar with using the system because I know it works. It's about exposure. This whole industry and this whole business is about exposure. We've got to expose people to what we're doing. And I don't know an easier way to do it other than picking up the phone and calling someone, which we know 98% of the people are afraid to do. They feel like that phone weighs a ton, but they can send a text. They can send a message. They can post something on social media because they're already doing it. They're posting so much stuff on social media and not even getting paid for it.
Love it.
Patrick,
So,
I have a
thank
quick
you, guys.
question for you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Antoine. Okay, so our secrets page is about precious metals, and you guys are pros at this. You wanted us to create the secrets page generically, so it has no reference to at-cost metals. So can you explain the philosophy behind that? And then once they come in, then we reach out to them with all the information and say, here's what we recommend. So can you say that more eloquently?
Absolutely. There's a few different reasons, right? And I know JD will appreciate this, is that look, here's the reality, is that there's a lot of compliance. There's a lot of restrictions about what we can say, no matter how good our product is. I was trying to explain to I wasn't trying to, I was explaining to my daughter this morning about, when you're in networking, like, I can't even make any income claims. Now, I can be in any other industry and I can say all kind of stuff, but you cannot do that in our space. There's so much. So if we don't even mention the name of the company, right, it frees us, one, and protects us from people that shouldn't be chasing us. And number two is it only takes one person that doesn't take responsibility for their life to join a business and complain. And I don't need people before they've even evaluated. What they're here to evaluate is gold a good idea or not? Now, if I type in, is gold a good idea? What am I going to see? I might see a bunch of competitors, but I'm going to get a very clear message. I should buy gold, right? Now, because I didn't mess around with, now I can come in and show them a better solution. So there's no value add, oddly enough, by pushing the brand. The power of networking is we get to leverage relationship, right? Now, we've got a great brand behind us, but there's no value in leading with it from a compliance perspective, from an investigation perspective. Everybody types something in. It only takes one person to bash at-cost metals for somebody to go, oh, well, I don't know. Well, let's just talk about gold first. Let's talk about if that's a good idea. Now, let me show you what we offer. That's how it should be. And we've got to interject. Once we get interest, we've got to get into the relationship, right? This is a relationship business, guys. We are not hiding behind the technology. You've got to meet them, talk to them, get them on a three-way call, get them on a Zoom, sit down for coffee, have a conversation. This is networking 101. So that's why, Jen, and it was proven very effective. Troy, did you have anything? And thanks for joining us. I saw Troy jumped on there. All right. Yep, that's awesome, Don. Wheel Deal. We've gone long. I'll throw it to Wheel Deal. We'll let you wrap up. I'll jump off, and I think we've covered all the bases. Wheel Deal. Anybody out there?
Okay,
Yeah.
Wheel Deal. Just had one last question. Do you have time for one question?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go ahead and unmute him. And
Guys,
there he is.
I don't
You're
rush
unmuted.
off because of me. What I love about networking is if you build it intelligently, you should be able to do this effectively in a few hours a day if you figure out where to spend your time. The biggest problem in networking and in any business I find, I own a SaaS company with employees in 11 countries around the world, is people don't know where to spend their time wisely. This platform should make you get smart about where you're spending time, not building technology or web pages, but prospecting and follow-up. And let the team who's making the money and the company help build this content so you don't have to. But go ahead, Wheel Deal, it's you, whoever that is.
That's me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have to call y'all the awesome three for sure. Thanks for this program. It is amazing. And I believe my question was answered in the presentation, but I'll ask it again. So you can, with this advanced navigator, you can put other businesses, hook other businesses with it, because that being even though precious metals, as cost metals is awesome, but just that was my question. But
yeah, listen, people might be driving Yeah, you bet. No worries. Thank you for the question. Somebody might be driving Uber on the side, or they've got their 1099 side hustle and they're trying to build at-cost metals. You know, one of the features we have coming out in Pro, it'll be a little bit, but it's, you know, you'll be able to create 3 different business cards, because I might want to lead with the product. So I have one business card with at-cost metals for the product, one for the opportunity, because I might put a different foot forward depending on who I'm talking to, and then one for my private Uber driving on the side, right? Or something like that. So there are some features in here that allow you to leverage it for some of your personal stuff. That's right. You got it. All right.
Well, I feel so blessed to have found you guys. Thank you so much for creating this, Patrick. So excited. And guys, we're just getting started here. We're going to evolve this app as we get feedback and as everything grows and we roll out more and more features with at-cost metals. We're going to match it with the resources, and we'll have more and more video resources. It's going to be more and more robust as we just refine everything. So Antoine, do you have any final thoughts as we close?
No, again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time. Jen and the staff have been so helpful. Every Friday, they show up to make sure people understand how to use the app. We record all of those trainings every single Friday. We put them in the Advancement Navigator. So for those who have a schedule conflict, you don't have to miss out. So there's literally no excuses. This secrets page was put together for those who are seeking. Seek and you shall find. So you have to go seeking for the information. Everyone that was here today, you came seeking. And so, guys, I hope you are thrilled for what we have. Thank you so much, Don, for what you put together. Thank you for the staff. We're ready to move things to the next level.
Okay, well, with that, we'll close it out. Thank you all for